Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue the damn vulnerable series. We're going to talk about trading floor. It's a flash loan. So in this example, we have 1,000 Ethereum in the pool, and then we also have two functions. One is deposit and one is withdraw to allow people to deposit and withdraw Ethereum into or from the pool. So suppose you only have one Ethereum in your hand, and your challenge is can you take out all Ethereum from the pool? So let's look at a contract. Actually, the contract is very simple. There's only the pool side. So you are the one who is going to create the client side. Only 3 lines of code for the flash loan. Balance before, balance afterwards. In between, you create a contract. So this should be called by a contract. So MSG sender is the caller, should be the contract. It's going to call this, and then there's a function that you need to provide in your contract. Supposedly, you are going to take the money and spend it, and then return it back over here. But line 44 is going to double check that the balance is going to be, not going to be smaller at least. So the execute function actually uses this curly bracket over here to send the amount of Ethereum to MSG sender. And for this function, there's no argument. So, but the expectation is this function is going to return money back. And there are also two other functions, deposit and withdraw. Deposit allows the customer to deposit money over here and then increase the balance. Withdraw to the opposite. Take a whole balance, delete it, means reset to 0, and transfer all the Ethereum back to the sender. Okay. A few things you might notice. So there's no re-entry card over here, no re-entry card over here, no re-entry card over here. So that means it's possible that you might call back this function. So in other words, you can decide which function to call, when you're going to call them, how many times you call them, it's all up to you. All right. And of course, you can also send, if you like, you can also send Ethereum directly to this account, but to this contract, but I don't think that it's going to break it. All right, so that's very much covering the code over here, and you might be wondering how you can break it. I think you cannot break line 40, you cannot break line 44. So that leaves us the option that you have to implement a contract so that you can break line 42 over here. Okay, so think about how you do it. But before we do that, we have one thing to talk about over here. We don't use the transfer Ethereum, we use the safe transfer. So what is this? Remember previously, all I need to do is just use the low-level call function to call the send to the address. So why do we want to use a safe transfer Ethereum? Well, the reason is because low-level function sometimes might return, sometimes might not return. So the safe transfers simply, let me show you. So safe transfer, okay, I don't have this over here. So, but anyway, to keep it simple, basically, the safe transfer is going to check the return value, call optional return, and so call and call optional return over here is going to, as you can see over here, it's going to check the return data length. If it's greater than 0, then we're going to decode the return data to bool, and then that means we do have a return value. So we need to check if it's equal to true. So we are so just make sure we check the return value. That's what the wrapper is doing. And of course, you can also look at how this function call is implemented, which is in the library of address. You can look it up. So here you can verify call result from target. So the low-level call, you can also check if the target is a contract or not. over here. So just a lot of checking. So that's it. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.